The best door in is fasting.
Mm.
This is why I started with Fast Like a Girl.
Yeah.
Like that is the quick, if you want a totally different experience with your body, learn how to create an eating window and a fasting window. And it's interesting because my practice was built by what I call the mama bears. There were like these women who would bring their families to me and who would come in to learn about detox and hormones and food education and lifestyle. My clinic was was like a lifestyle clinic, teaching people how to live a lifestyle to build health. And it was the mama bears that I got to experiment on, I put that in like, a loving way. I got to take these principles that I was studying and using on myself and try it on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember with weight loss, one of the things that blew me away is once I started teaching women how to fast, maybe 2 weeks would go by and I didn't see them, and they'd walk into my clinic and it looked like a fat coat had been taken off of them in 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my God, like fasting got you that in 2 weeks? So I think this is why I'm like the evangelist for fasting.
Is there anyone who should never fast or shouldn't fast?
It's a great question. I always say if you're pregnant or nursing, it's a no, that's not your tool. So, and I write about that in both books. If you have an eating disorder, you need to be working with somebody who can work alongside you, because there's little tricks that you can do to line yourself up for that. Certain cancers don't do well with fasting, and certain cancers do incredibly well with fasting. So going to a specialist that knows that. Outside of that, everybody else can fast. The one I just want to point out, the person I didn't point out who couldn't fast is the diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that shocks everybody, is the type 1 and type 2 diabetic, when done right and done with doctor supervision, actually does really well with fasting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is surprising.
Right?
You wouldn't expect that.
No.
There's a trend right now of women eating meatballs in order to lose weight. What's your take on that? Have you come
Is that
across
all they're eating?
Or at least a big part of it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're just trying to dose up protein. So what I would say is, if you're going to dose up protein, make sure it's a clean protein. So
what would you define as a clean protein?
like hormone-free, antibiotic, not pumped with antibiotics, not pumped with hormones, grass-fed if you're going beef, and you really want grass-fed because it has higher omega-3s. So it needs to be a clean source of protein.